So I'm flying out of the country next week to go to a film festival in Mexico, so I wanted to make a quick video update before I leave. I have a film playing in a number of upcoming festivals. If you want to know more, I'll put the link to the site in the description below. I got some ideas for some top-notch stuff I'll be posting soon, so if you subscribe, you'll get alerted when those go up. Alright, first things first. The response to the Sparkletts video has been just wow. Crazy. Thank you. Though there were a number of concerns or questions, so I wanted to address some of those. Why is the editing so annoying? Yeah, a good many people complained about the editing being jarring and the sound being too loud at points, to which I want to give my deepest and sincerest of apologies. So let me do that by saying that I am
sorry! Sorry!
Deposits are hard. Some apparently were confused about the bottle deposits, more specifically why I thought I could take water bottles I purchased from Home Depot and get a deposit back from Sparkletts. First off, these aren't Home Depot bottles. Home Depot doesn't have their own brand of water. Who would want to drink Home Depot water? That would be gross. Anyhow, the 5-gallon bottles purchased from Home Depot were actually Sparkletts bottles, so the $6 deposit paid to Home Depot, I assume, goes directly to Sparkletts. Home Depot is just the merchant. Also, I didn't just assume Sparkletts would honor those deposits. I asked them before setting up my delivery with them. They said they're the exact same bottles and would take them back just the same as the ones that they would deliver to me. So hopefully that puts that to bed, though I'm sure it won't. There's one weird side issue here that I want to bring up. It would seem there were still some people, albeit very few, actually it was just one guy, confusing Sparkletts' company deposit policy with government container deposit legislation. To them, I say, stop doing that. It's okay to quietly have those thoughts in your head, but when you write them down on the internet, Seth Rogen. Some seem to think I sound like Seth Rogen. Well, I'd like to officially respond with a and a
why don't you go fuck yourself, you weird little prick?
And unofficially, I'd like to respond that I get that fairly often. I kind of laugh like him too sometimes. And during my chubbier days, yes, my chubbier days, I apparently looked like him too. And apparently Seth Rogen himself thought so because when I was standing behind him in a restaurant here in LA, he did a double take. So yeah, internet 1, me 0. Class action, Jackson, classin'. According to Sparkletts' terms of service, you waive your right to enter any class action lawsuit against them. I spoke to an attorney about it. Believe me, I looked for any and all outlets at my disposal. A snarky internet video being last amongst them. How can a water company damage your credit? They didn't. It was the collections agency. They don't need your social security number either. They just need basic information such as a name and an address. You know, like how I got their mom's name and address. Bitch. Why'd it take a year to cancel? There are two possible answers to this, a convoluted one and a simple one. The convoluted answer is that them being a big company lulled me into the false sense of security where I wasn't afraid of them stealing away into the night with my money. I'd expect the bigger companies to be so high profile they'd be discouraged from blatantly stealing. If it were a smaller company, yeah, I would have canceled sooner. For instance, I'd buy an iPhone from Apple instead of Gunther at the cell phone store in the strip mall. Why? Because Apple has a reputation they need to maintain because they're big. Gunther don't give a fuck about his reputation. He'll be gone tomorrow with your money. Oh, and the simple answer is that I'm stupid. Tap that ice, Waldo. What is it with people having issues with bottled water? I get the environmental aspect of plastic bottles, tossing to landfills, and the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a big fucking disaster. But we don't throw those big 5-gallon plastic bottles away. We give them back to delivery people so they can clean them out and refill them and drop them off to someone else. What's wrong with that? When you pour water into your glass at home and drink from it, do you throw the glass away? No. You wash it and reuse it. Same fucking thing. And really, why are we defending tap water? I mean, it's fine if you live in a place that has good tap water, I guess. But I live in a 1920s building with pipes as old as Zarathustra. I ain't drinking that shit. And no, I'm not buying a reverse osmosis filter, whatever that is. Stop bragging about yours. Just because you got one doesn't mean the rest of us have to hear about it. Go tell the vegans and the CrossFit people. They'll listen. Me, I'm buying spring water. It's natural water from an underground spring, it's clean and refreshing, and it doesn't have to be piped in from some industrial treatment plant. I mean, Flint, Michigan was drinking their polluted tap water until someone exposed it, so no thanks. And look at this bottle of tap water from Flint, Michigan. It looks like someone poured food coloring in it. And do you have any idea what would happen if you drank it? You'd end up dying inside. Get it? Color dye? Dying?